Good morning. We're going to have a little bit of a late start today because breakfast is at 8, which will be awesome. And then I got to finish packing up and on our way. Today's going to look like around 30 kilometers, get us up to a ski resort area that allows camping. And based on the reviews, I think it might be a free site. We'll kind of find out when we get there. On our way. That place was amazing. Fantastic stay. Excellent meals. Weather today should be pretty decent. Just about what it looks like now is everything in the forecast. No rain, a little bit of an overcast layer, keeping the sun intensity down. I passed by a Lawson, so I went ahead and dropped in there and got a bunch of lunch supplies. I think my path today looks like it's going to be kind of rural. Not many opportunities to get some food or other convenience store drop-ins. Couldn't even get a shot of it because so many people were hanging out. But I'm good to go with some food supplies. I should have an opportunity towards the end of the day or the middle of the day. Somewhere it looked like there's potentially one konbini I can drop into. Redouble check my route later. All up the hillsides, all farmland, orchards. A lovely day today. Beautiful views, no traffic along these back roads. This stuff is beautiful. I just want to sit here all day and enjoy the view. That's the Chikuma River down there. Looks awfully brown and silty. Following this valley north. I think we crossed that river at some point in a while. Coming out of the smaller rural neighborhood farming roads, joining onto this street. I think this is Route 414. Following this for a while until we cross the river coming up. It looks like we'll be crossing under the Shinkansen tracks again. Well, I think this will be my lunch spot, hunkered down underneath the Shinkansen track. There's some of the snacks I got. A little ham and egg sandwich, a gourmet rice ball. These ones have a little more meat in them and much better than the regular ones. And then some kind of apple custard pastry. Back on the road, crossing the Chikuma River. Small town across here is Iyama. In town here is going to be our last resupply stop at a konbini. Load up on dinner supplies, and then we'll finish up the last however many kilometers we got left. Okay, I'm already in and out of the 7-Eleven. There was a whole bunch of high school kids hanging out in front of the store, so I didn't want to pull my camera out and film everybody. But we're good to go, loaded up on dinner supplies, making our way out of town. The weather's been nice all day. Cool. I think the high is like 20 degrees. Cool breeze blowing, no sun intensity because of the clouds. No rain. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not yet, but the campground I'm aiming for is at a ski resort. And the camping spot they let you camp in is at the top of the slopes. So after we get there, there's still a 3-kilometer climb straight up to the top of the slopes to the designated camping area. That should be our destination ahead there at the ski resort. And the buildings towards the top is probably where they want us to camp. I'll see if we can find somebody down at the bottom at the main little check-in area and see what the situation is. But it looks like it's going to be a big climb at the end of the day. This is definitely a ski resort town. Lots of stuff looks closed for this season. It looks very quiet and desolate. Okay, here's the latest update. It's looking pretty quiet and closed up around here, but there's actually like a tourist information office just inside this main area, and there was people in there. So I asked them about camping up on top, and they said, oh, sorry, it's not open yet for the season for summer camping. So they recommended a hotel right nearby around the corner, so I'm gonna go to their recommendation. It should be only like 100 meters or something over here. And on the good news, we don't have to climb the mountain, so I guess we might be in a hotel for tonight. We'll see what options we can find. Well, here we are. We're good to go. Found a place with a roof over my head, so this is just fine. The first place I struck out with, they were full up. So I double checked on just going to like Google Maps and looking up hotels, and there's like 50 hotels that show up because it's a ski resort town. Everything was showing no availability. So I wonder if, I mean, this can't be full up on an off season, so I wonder if these places just shutter for the summers, and their like advertising just shuts down. So there may only be like 3 lodging places open in this whole hillside area. And anyway, we found one. I got in for the night. Nice little view around town. So since I'm not camping in the top of the mountains, I could go out and find something for dinner, but I don't know if anything's going to be open. I may have the same issues. But I got plenty of food and snacks just to tide me over here in the room, and tomorrow we're out and moving on again. So I think that's going to be it for today, though. The first half of the day was awesome, hiking along all the orchards and more of the back roads, backcountry stuff. It was nice and calm and quiet. And then once we got through the little town of Iyama, I think is what it was called, we were just kind of along more of the standard routes and a little bit busier traffic and stuff. But it's kind of cool being up here at this little ski resort mountain town area. Too bad the camp spot wasn't open, but whatever. Anyway, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning. A good night last night. Don't mind the hair. It's a little bit of a mess. But a good night's sleep. Finishing packing up. We're ready to rock. We'll head out of this little mountain town. Just beautiful countryside out here. I'm back along the Chikuma River. I think we'll be following this just about all day. Mainly on Route 117, which is right across the river. We'll be joining that in a little bit. But this name of this river definitely sounds familiar. We've run into this a couple times before, and I saw that Richard had made a comment that this is actually the longest river in Japan. Looks like the road down there has collapsed into the riverbank some. Crossing over the river now to join up with Route 117, continuing northbound. And because we're in more of a tighter river valley now, there's going to be a series of tunnels up ahead for sure. We'll have to see how sketchy they look and find ways around as necessary. Sakayamura in 19 kilometers. We'll be passing through there. I think that's on the border between the next prefecture. We'll be leaving Nagano and entering Niigata Prefecture. I was just thinking about yesterday's camping situation, fall through, and how it's kind of cool to where I'll never consider myself fluent in Japanese, but I know enough Japanese to understand the situation that the first option was unavailable, get directions and try to figure out hotel options as a backup. And then went to that, the first hotel option was full up, and then getting further details and trying to get situated in the next place, and didn't really have any trouble communicating. So it just kind of feels good when everything kind of works out and you can get through it all. Lovely little communities. Just a little bit further around the corner is Michino Eki, Nozawa Onsen. That'll be our first rest break area for the day. There's the Michino Eki for Nozawa Onsen. It's a little early, a little quiet around here. Might get a drink, use the bathroom, just kind of chill for a bit. Back on the road. It's just a little too early for anything to be open up at this place. I think our next stop's going to be a little convenience store, maybe 13 kilometers from here. It might be about lunchtime by the time we get there. It'll be awesome if this sidewalk continues all day. I'm curious how the tunnels will be narrow and dangerous or awesome and easy. Looks like we're coming up on the first tunnel. I'm assuming this sidewalk continues, but it's always half dangerous to assume. I think this way is the old road that goes around. So there's a backup option. I'm gonna keep going and see what the tunnel looks like. Well, this first one at least looks like it's gonna be fine. Way better than everything else we've gone through tunnel-wise. This is a pretty big bridge, over 500 meters long. Passing back across the Chikuma River again. Up on another bridge. It looks like that's the old road. Definitely not in use anymore. It's been a pretty quiet day so far today. Just light to moderate traffic. It's pretty quiet. Nice little valley walk. Small communities here and there. Well, the height today is around 25. It's definitely warm. Not too overly hot or anything though, but definitely warm. There's the next tunnel of the day. Looks like it's also got a good sidewalk. Well, that last tunnel was a long one. Felt like over a kilometer. And right into the next one. Looks like another ski resort, little community. Small hillside slopes, only 1 or 2 runs maybe. There's a Michi-no-eki in 1 kilometer. Shin-etsu Sakae. That was not showing up on the maps. That's a pleasant surprise. The little convenience store I was planning on resupplying in here in a minute is only like half that distance at about 500 meters. Now, I don't know what type of services the Michi-no-eki has, so I may just load up on my lunch supplies as planned here in a little bit, and then maybe we'll have the sit-down break to eat it. At least will be at the Michi-no-eki. We'll see what up there is that's all about. I got everything I need. Now we're just around the corner is Michi-no-eki, where we can chill and have my lunch. And the flashing temperature sign says it's 26 degrees. Definitely getting warm. And it's not even noon yet. Michi-no-eki Shin-etsu Sakae. It's break time. Here's what I got for lunch. All done with a great lunch. Back on the road. We got about 10 kilometers left, I think, to the end of the day. And the sign there ahead of us says we are entering the Niigata Prefecture. Based on all the rice fields I've been passing over the last couple of weeks, I would now assume that any fields that are going to be planted with rice have finally been planted with rice. And we're about mid-June. It looks like there's no more fields that are just kind of flooded or not tilled at all. I think we got 2 more tunnels for today. This one, which is kind of short, and then a longer one shortly after this. I was just double checking, but this is not the tunnel I was thinking of. I think this tunnel wasn't even showing up because it's just a half tunnel barrier thing. So we still got the 2 tunnels left. Okay, now I think this is the first of the remaining tunnels. This should be the last tunnel of the day. It's a longer one. Let's see what the length is. 885 meters. Now that we're through all the tunnels, we're into the little town of Tsunan. This is where our hotel is for tonight. Maybe a total of 3 kilometers or so remaining. In about 1 kilometer, there's a little convenience store coming up. We'll drop into there and get dinner supplies, and then just a couple more kilometers to the hotel. Hitting up a Family Mart for the resupply. Okay, good to go. Got about 2 kilometers left. Just a little bit further, across the bridge and to the left. I think that's where I'm staying, is that yellowish building. Yep, this is the place. And here we are, all set up. Very nice little room. So now it is time to jump in the bath and get cleaned up. Oh, that's awesome. Soaking in a hot bath is the best way to refresh after a full day of hiking. Imagine if the AT, every hostel, had hot springs. That'd be the best. But I think that's it for today. I'm gonna take care of the usual. I got plenty of food for dinner. So thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.